Welcome to our channel. Today, we have the following news. Zhao Lusi's medical miracle. In today's entertainment industry, few controversies have sparked as much debate as the dramatic transformation surrounding Zhao Lusi and her so-called medical miracle. What shocked the public was not simply her recovery, but the astonishing speed of it. Only a short time ago, she was rumored to be seriously ill, reportedly unable to speak properly, struggling to walk, and even relying on a wheelchair during hospital visits. Yet only a few months later, she stood confidently on stage in Bangkok, singing and dancing for more than 3.5 hours with remarkable energy and stamina. The contrast between these two images was so extreme that many people could hardly believe they belonged to the same person. For countless fans who had genuinely worried about her health, the Bangkok concert became more than just a performance. It triggered a wave of questions. Was Zhao Lusi truly experiencing an extraordinary recovery, something close to a medical miracle? Or had the entire situation gradually evolved into a carefully managed public relations narrative designed to attract sympathy and emotional support from the public? To understand why this controversy exploded so intensely, it is important to look back at how the story unfolded. Beginning in late 2024, Zhao Lusi's public image became closely associated with physical weakness and emotional suffering. Reports circulated online claiming that she needed oxygen support while filming. Soon afterward, images of her appearing exhausted and frail spread rapidly across social media. On December 18, her studio officially announced that she had suddenly fallen ill and would suspend all activities. Then, several days later, photos of her sitting in a wheelchair while visiting a hospital went viral online, reinforcing public fears that her condition might be extremely serious. At the height of the speculation, rumors even suggested that Zhao Lusi had developed neurological problems severe enough to affect her speech and movement. In January 2025, she personally released a long emotional statement admitting that she had been suffering from depression and physical symptoms related to mental stress for years. The confession deeply moved many people. The public saw not a glamorous celebrity, but a fragile young woman overwhelmed by pressure and pain. Sympathy poured in from everywhere, and many fans sincerely hoped she could recover both physically and emotionally. However, what happened next completely changed the atmosphere. Her Bangkok concert presented an entirely different version of Zhao Lusi. On stage, she appeared energetic, confident, and physically strong. She performed intense choreography, interacted enthusiastically with fans, and even prepared Thai songs to connect with the local audience. Maintaining that level of performance for 3.5 hours is difficult even for professional singers who undergo years of rigorous training. For someone who had recently been portrayed as severely ill, the sudden transformation felt almost unbelievable. This enormous contrast became the core reason behind the public backlash. Many people felt emotionally confused. The issue was no longer simply about whether Zhao Lusi had recovered quickly, rather, it became a question of trust. Audiences began asking themselves whether they had misunderstood the seriousness of her condition or whether the situation had been exaggerated from the beginning. The controversy intensified further because of her stage outfits during the concert. Some critics claimed the costumes were too revealing and inappropriate. Yet the clothing itself was probably never the real issue. In another context, the same styling might have been praised as bold, glamorous, and suitable for a modern stage performance. In global entertainment industries, from K-pop idols to Western pop stars, such outfits are completely normal as part of stage aesthetics and visual impact. The real problem was that the public's trust had already started to crack. Once audiences suspect they had been emotionally manipulated, even the smallest details become targets for criticism. The outfits merely became a convenient outlet for frustration. What truly fueled the anger was the growing belief among some viewers that they had invested genuine sympathy into a narrative that no longer felt authentic. This situation also reflects a larger phenomenon within modern entertainment culture, the commercialization of vulnerability. In recent years, emotional storytelling has become an incredibly powerful marketing strategy. Celebrities who reveal personal struggles, emotional trauma, health problems, or difficult life experiences often receive enormous public support and protection. Sometimes these stories are completely genuine. However, when emotional narratives begin overlapping too heavily with publicity campaigns, audiences naturally become suspicious. The danger of this strategy is that it relies on consuming public goodwill. Sympathy is powerful because it comes from sincere human compassion. But once people feel that compassion is being used as a promotional tool, disappointment quickly replaces empathy. The emotional damage does not only affect one celebrity's reputation, It also weakens society's willingness to trust future cases. Eventually, when another public figure genuinely experiences hardship, audiences may respond first with skepticism instead of concern. At its core, the anger surrounding Zhao Lusi is not about jealousy, nor is it about rejecting her recovery or criticizing her artistic freedom. Most people are genuinely happy when someone recovers from illness and regains confidence. What audiences truly dislike is the feeling of being emotionally manipulated. People do not want their compassion to become part of a carefully constructed performance. In the end, the entertainment industry may constantly change, but one principle always remains the same: authenticity matters. Celebrities can rely on marketing strategies for temporary popularity, but long-term respect can only be built through sincerity and genuine professional ability. For any artist, the strongest foundation will always be respect for the audience and the quality of their work. Public sympathy may create temporary attention, but only real talent and honesty can sustain lasting success.